So when I came into town a couple days ago now, I had started my engine up one morning and had quite a lot of white smoke coming out the exhaust, and I got pretty nervous because it's never a good sign. But I made it here to the marina, and they recommended Andrew here in town. He's a diesel technician to help come out, and he's out now. And we pulled off the valve cover, and he had mentioned that if you put too much oil in it, that it'll sometimes push it back through the like the exhaust part, I think, and then it burns some of the oil, and that could be the smoke. And I did tell him I just changed the oil. I topped it up a couple days ago, and I probably put too much in it. So fingers crossed that's all it is, and that would be a lot easier fix. But anyways, thumbs up to Andrew. Alright, so it is, I think it's 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening here, and I left Sarasota this morning. I didn't film a whole lot. I was there, I think, 3 or 4 nights. And I was planning on staying one night, but I woke up and my engine was putting out quite a lot of smoke. And so I ended up getting a slip. And it come to find out I put way too much oil in it last time I changed the oil. So apparently the oil level is so high that it gets pushed back into the cylinders and it burns it. So that was all the smoke. So it ended up not being as bad as I had thought it was going to be. But we're back on the water now, and it's kind of, I know, kind of bittersweet. Like I said, I wasn't planning on being there, but I had a really good time. I met a lot of great people while I was there, and it was just really nice. It was one of my favorite stops of the trip so far. But we are back on our way though. We got to keep going on towards the Keys. And so, like I said, we're in Boca Grande, I believe is what it's called, and we went about 30 to 40 miles today, and had pretty good winds. And I thought about going through the night, but the winds are kind of in a weird angle, so I'm just coming in here to an anchorage and should be able to get out pretty quick in the morning. It looks like the winds will be picking up around 5 or 6. Alright, so this is kind of a spooky look here, but I think it's like 4 a.m. I am just kind of south of Cape Coral area. I went ahead and fell asleep last night around 11. The wind pretty much died, and I was doing like half a knot, so I dropped the sails and anchored in the first like 5 hours. Actually, that puts me up to 4. The first like 3 hours were pretty good sleep, but then the wind started picking up, and so I just finally decided to wake up. Here I am now, back sailing again, doing 4.5 knots. We're headed directly towards the Keys, so looking pretty good besides the spooky glow here. Alright, so pretty much every day at 2 o'clock, the wind just dies down, and so we're bobbing here. So I usually drop the sails, and it gets kind of toasty, and we know what time that is. Alright, so I wrapped up my swim, and off in the horizon I could see like this tower
And so I wanted to go check it out because there's still not much wind. So I motored about an hour, 5 miles, and we have arrived. It's kind of spooky looking, and it doesn't look like it's like being actively used anymore, but I've got the anchor dropped here. I'm a good, I don't know, 1/8 of a mile away, and I'm gonna kayak over to it. I was going to swim, but I'll see if I can show you videos, but there's some really big fish circling the boat here. At least they look like fish, so I don't know if I want to swim, because where there's big fish, there's got to be big sharks, right? Isn't that how that works? But we're at least going to go check this tower out, see if I can get on the bottom. It looks pretty tall up to the ladder, so I don't know if I'll be able to reach it and climb up. So I'm back on the boat. I couldn't really climb up it. I probably could have. I've got some climbing gear, like I maybe could have tried, but the poles look pretty rusty, and I'm like 15 miles offshore, and there's no cell service, so I don't want to die out here. But that being said, when I was up on the platform looking down, I could see like hundreds of these cool, colorful fish, and there was like a big sea turtle, and there was all these like other really big fish, and so since I couldn't climb the tower, I need to get my adrenaline rush. So I think I'm going to try to get my snorkeling stuff. You see how he holds his wing? I think his left wing there, he's damaged it. If I can get you focused. Yeah, see how it's a drooping? So I think we've become a hospital boat. I think I scared our friend earlier. The bird is circling around. He was sitting fine, and I had to get too close. I guess I just remembered the good old days with Henrietta II, but he's coming back here. He's trying to land on the very top of the mast. Oh. And he's standing on my wind vane, so there we go. Now I might have a broken wind vane. That guy's a little too fat. Okay, there we go. Alright, he's coming in for a second swoop here. No, he's checking out the solar panels. I don't know if you can see behind me here. I get the dolphins too. We're all watching them. Oh. And he touched down. I should have got that on video, but so maybe only 20 minutes ago we were sitting still, hardly moving at all, and now we're going 6 knots and it's raining. which is never a good sign. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm sailing into. I think I'm still 15 miles offshore. So hopefully we don't have another repeat like the last time. But the waves, there's not really any waves because it's been calm all day. So it looks like there was some clouds out in the distance earlier. It looks like maybe it's just like a small thin storm. Hopefully. But as you know, things never go quite as planned here. So we'll see, but wish me luck. So that obviously ended up being a good choice, putting that second reef in the main, because we are cooking along here pretty well, and I've even tried letting the main out a little bit, so kind of putting it at a bad angle to the wind, just to underpower the boat. And I don't know if you can hear, it's we're coming like head on into the waves, so that makes it a lot noisier. So we're really going to be testing the old hole on the boat tonight, but it's only 10 o'clock, so I've got a long night ahead of me, but I think it should be pretty good. I learned a lot last time, and like I said, I'm so close to shore, and it's only like 25 feet deep here, so I think the waves are a little less big, knock on wood. So we'll see, but I had just gotten my bed made for the night because we had no wind, and I was gonna drop the anchor and just, you know, have a peaceful night, but then all of a sudden this comes. So what can you say? I guess that's the sailor life.